Hello and welcome to another Sinister Sunday. Today we're going to go over the astronomy and myths, legends, and lores of Halloween. Almost every culture on Earth has some kind of autumn celebration, and a lot of them are connected with the dead. For example, the ancient Aztecs would honor the dead in autumn with human sacrifice, and the Japanese would celebrate by hanging lanterns. The whole world seems to get a little jittery this time of year, and here's why. First of all, you have to forget that our planet is spinning around the sun, because that's not how the ancients thought it worked. To an observer on planet Earth tracking the sun's path through the year, the sun appears to set different points on the horizon, making it look like it's moving across the sky. To the people back then, when they looked at the path of the sun, it appeared to move in a tilted fashion. The highest and lowest points are called the summer and winter stick, respectively. The winter stick, by the way, is what we now celebrate in holidays such as Christmas. When the sun dipped to its lowest point, then the world would literally start to get darker, and that is known as the autumn equinox. Halloween marks that exact point between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice. When the seasons change, crops ripen, and the world starts to get darker and colder. For our ancient ancestors, it was essential to mark this period in time to know when to harvest crops in preparation for a long, dark, cold winter. This is probably why the time of year has a deep connection with fear and dread. Not only does the sun help mark Halloween, but the stars too. In fact, the tradition of Halloween might have started as a Druid ritual based on the celebration of the Pleiades, a group of extremely bright stars that reach their highest point in the sky at midnight on November 1st. The Druids believed that at midnight the veil between life and death was the thinnest, and for one night the souls of the dead could return. Rather than celebrating with satanic rites and evil, the Druids and the Celts chose instead to celebrate with parties and feasts, probably to celebrate the bountiful harvest. At the midnight hour, all fires in the house would be extinguished, and the Druids would light bonfires around the perimeter of their houses to keep out the wicked dead from coming in, while allowing the good spirits to fly free. Not only did the Pleiades herald the season of Halloween, but also the appearance of pumpkin yellow star, Icarus, which appears in the sky right after the sun sets, right at the end of the Big Dipper. The strange color comes from the fact that Arcturus is actually a giant red star millions of years old that is doomed to eventually explode in a supernova. When it finally does explode, its light will still travel to Earth for thousands of years. Talk about seeing ghosts on Halloween. Arcturus is Greek, meaning guardian or keeper of the bear. The Greeks saw the star as the guardian of Ursa Major and Minor, which are both nearby the constellation Boats, where Arcturus is located. Now that we know how the ancients marked their calendar, let's get into some spooky lores of Halloween. Our first tale takes us back to the mysterious lands of Ireland, where we encounter a man named Stringy Jack. The origins of Halloween's most iconic symbol, the jack-o'-lantern, lies within this fascinating story. Legend has it, Jack's cunning ways led him to outwit the devil, not once, but twice, resulting in his ultimate banishment from both heaven and hell after his demise. Condemned to wander the earth for eternity, Jack crafted a makeshift lantern by carving out a humble turnip and illuminating it with a single piece of coal that was bestowed upon him by the devil himself. Thus, glowing visage of the first jack-o'-lantern was born, forever cementing its place in the eerie lore of Halloween. Do you think that's also where we got the tradition on Christmas that if you're bad, you only get a piece of coal in your stocking? Our next story is a chilling legend made famous by Washington Irving's masterpiece, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It recounts the haunting tale of a Hessian soldier who met his ghastly demise when a cannonball miraculously severed his head during the Revolutionary War. As eerie rumors circulated through Sleepy Hollow, New York locals shuddered at the lingering presence of the ghastly apparition. Mounted on a black horse, the spectral figure carries his own severed head, a reminder of the horrors of bygone times. Our next two stories are classic urban legends passed down through generation. This one tells the eerie tale of a driver navigating through darkened streets on a chilling Halloween night. At this eerie junction, fate intervenes as the hapless driver makes a fateful decision to offer a ride to a hitchhiker, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Little do they know that this encounter will soon take an inexplicable turn. As the car proceeds along the ominous path, a sense of unease is in the atmosphere. Suddenly, and without warning, the hitchhiker vanishes into the thin air, leaving behind only a trail of perplexity and one solitary item of clothing or a forgotten personal possession. The unsolved mystery lingers, haunting the driver's memory and etching this spine chilling tale firmly into Halloween lore. In the haunted roads of Massachusetts, there are spine chilling tales of spectral men hitchhiking along the infamous Route 44. Terrified witnesses, who were brave enough to offer him a ride, recount that as soon as he enters the vehicle, an icy coldness fills the air, sending shivers down their spines. They watch in disbelief as the phantom passenger vanishes into thin air, leaving them with a gripping and overwhelming sense of terror and an unshakable feeling of impending doom. The haunting legend of this mysterious hitchhiker continues to send shivers down the spines of locals and curious travelers alike, forever etching its place in the lore of Massachusetts. Our next tale is a chilling and timeless cautionary tale. The hook recounts the harrowing experience of a young couple on a secluded lover's lane, their car parked beneath a moonlit sky. Just as they were lost in each other's company, word spread of an escaped murderer with a menacing hook in place of a hand. Panic ensues as they hastily drive back home, their hearts pounding in fear. As they reach the doorstep, relief turns to horror as they discover a chilling sight: a glistening hook dangling ominously from the handle of the car door, a silent reminder of the lurking danger that nearly befell them. Our next story originated from the remarkable discovery of King Tut's tomb by British archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. The enduring legend suggests that anyone who dares to disturb the sacred dwelling of a mummy will be cursed with misfortune and ill fate. This haunting belief has captivated the imaginations of people worldwide and has become a prominent and chilling theme in Halloween storytelling, adding an air of mystery and intrigue to the ancient specters that rise from their dust-covered tombs. Our next story is the association between witches and black cats that date back to the Middle Ages, a time steeped in mystery and folklore. Legend has it that witches, with their knowledge of arcane, possessed the ability to transform into cats, often choosing an ebony-coated feline to prowl the moonlit streets unnoticed, their sable fur blending seamlessly with the shadows. This puzzling connection between black cats and witches has perpetuated through the ages. capturing the imagination and curiosity of those intrigued by the mystical and magical. Thank you for watching another Sinister Sunday. Next week we'll have some more chilling Halloween stories and folklores for you. We'll see you then.